Joe Hughes of the National Truck Club, Ben Winter. How you doing?
Hi, Joe.
How's the transfer flow world going?
Doing really well. You know, we just started our year really well.
Good.
We've had some of our record-breaking this last February. We broke our sales records, and this is our 26th year at NTEA.
Yeah.
This is one of our best shows that we go to. It not only helps our core business develop, but it also lets us kind of test the market and get diversified and look at new products and new technology. And that's what really, we really want to invest in the company, make it larger, stronger, and cover this commercial truck industry.
Well, you do a significant business of that, and we appreciate it. You're extending our range with your fuel systems. Are just your systems are phenomenal. I wish everybody could come to your plant and see what I've been able to see with the way that it's very complex. It's quite complex and pretty phenomenal how that's engineered. And
we really put a lot of time into it, and you know, with technology, we have 2 lasers, we have 4 welding robots, we have all automated milling, brake presses, everything CNC controlled, solid modeled. So we're right on the cusp of being state of the art and making sure that the product that we put out there is going to be safe, it's going to be legal, and it's going to last the life of the customer's truck or car or van or whatever we're putting it on. The OEMs are building these vehicles so much stronger and so much more durable, and they're building them with life, a long life expectancy. And so I have to build product to marry in with that. I can't have a product that fails out sooner than the vehicle or anything like that. But time is money, and that's what we recognize. And so we invest into our company, and we really stay state of the art.
Yeah, I agree. I know you do. But tell me, what's your biggest seller these days?
We have, our biggest seller actually is one of our replacement tanks. We take like a Ford vehicle, we take out the 26-gallon diesel OEM tank and we replace it up to 50 gallons. Same location, no modifications to the frame, no changes to the DEF tank. It's a complete drop-in, drop-out type of product, and that's a really big key component to people using their beds for other type of toolboxes or hauling lumber or firewood or whatever it might be. It keeps that bed clear. But then we move all the way up to something like that. You know, we have a new product that we've introduced. It's a 100-gallon across the bed tank, and this is really aimed at the customer that's hauling trailers or dogs or race cars or motorcycles, and they're going along all over the nation. And they don't necessarily will never stop, but they can pick and choose where they get fuel. If fuel is 98 cents in Texas right now, they might want to swing in there and fill up in Texas and avoid California. So that's what this product is aimed at. But you know, a lot of our products, like our toolboxes and our refueling tanks, they're all aimed at what the customer needs. And so we really listen to the voice, and we try to create our portfolio to cover all those bases. Whether you're a long hauler, you're just a recreational boat puller over to the coast, or you just want to tour the Grand Canyon and go visit the grandkids in another state, that's what we have to listen to, and that's what we build towards. It's exciting.
Yeah, increasing capacity is, I never thought about, you know, enabling you to go a little further and find a lower price 50 miles down the road kind of thing, but that can be a huge savings.
It is. The flexibility, the control of your trip, being not so much at the lockdown of your OEM range, but giving you the capacity, giving you the ability to expand your or your template, whatever you want to do. We kind of try to tailor that from a consumer side and commercial side. You know, the more times if you can stay out of that gas station, it's a half-hour, 45-minute interruption in your day. And if you're you're not making money if you're not at a job.
That's right.
And so we give that flexibility to kind of keep that route going, keep the vehicles moving, keep everything running.
I think the other thing that's significant is, I don't know if everybody realizes it, but you're a California-based company, and the restrictions in California for fuel systems and anything related to the environment are so much more severe than they are anywhere. And so you get it approved in California, and it's really state of the art. I mean, if it meets their requirements, it's rock solid.
Yeah, we have over 250 executive orders. So we take our fuel systems and recertify it to the OEM vehicle.
Say again. You have how many?
We
about
have
your executive
over
orders.
200.
Explain what those are. Or what is an executive order?
An executive order is where we take an OEM gasoline vehicle and we change the fuel system.
Right.
So if we change the fill neck, the transfer tube to draw fuel to an engine, a different engine, or the fuel tank itself, we have to prove out that our product isn't going to provide more hydrocarbons. We're not going to overload the emissions canister. We're not going to make the engine run different through the exhaust. So we have to recertify it. There's
so many things that have to be considered. I mean,
and it's a huge list, and we deal with ARB very often. We have lots of meetings, but we have lots of history.
ARB, Air Resources Board?
Yeah, Air Resources Board. And EPA picks up a lot of the same regulations. So like you had said, once we complete the CARB certification, we're kind of covered all 50 states. We go through CARB. It's a very tough and tedious process. But once that's done, we have product to market. And we keep evolving that. We work with heavy truck. We're working with an F550 project now, and we work with Ram and all their gas. We really are trying to stay on the upfront of that product line.
Pretty awesome. Anything else you want to show us today before we?
Well, one of the things, one of the hot spots on this show has been fill neck kits, and we have kind of a stand. It's a makeshift of different options.
Oh, I see.
But it shows the capabilities of what we can. We have multi-forming X, Y, and Z forming tooling to build the vent tubes, the transfer tubes, and the fill necks. So we have hose that meets all the automotive regulations. We have gas caps. We have fill necks. So when you're taking a body off, or you get a vehicle in with the box off, sometimes you don't have the components to go from the OEM tank to the box.
Sure.
And you might need a 90-degree elbow, or you might need a whole fill neck, or you might need a whole kit that fills at 10 gallons a minute. That's what we offer. That's what we provide in our catalog. Our sales department is well versed on what kind of body are you using, and what do I have that will help that installation go better without having to buy OEM equipment at the dealership at a high cost. Or having to cut and weld and make your own parts that might be a little questionable as far as certification. So we want to provide the affordable components to complete that job.
It's amazing, all the bins and all the intricacies of all this. It's not just a tube that you plug in here and plug out there. And
it's tough because we want to create repeatability. Our goal is to create something that I can build thousands of. The same part every time. And so it's not a hand bender. They're all CNC controlled. They're all G code. We program it in, and so it'll just keep repeating that part. So if we have a large fleet, we have a large job, we can build part 1 matches part 998. And so that's what we always do. We do low volume. I'll build 5, but I will also build 5,000. And that's where our flexibility as a manufacturing company
the capability for any kind of a quantity and
any
kind of a time. Well, that's great.
So that's kind of it in a nutshell. I hope that
well, I wish everybody could come and see it for themselves, because it's pretty amazing stuff.
It's great, and I appreciate you coming by. And
we appreciate your sponsorship of collaborating with us on the National Truck Club, and keep up the good work.
Always.
Appreciate all you do.
Thank you, Joe.
Take care.
Yep.